Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel and another video about the Abarth 595. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, we're going to go over the mods that I've done to the car. Now, there's not too much, but there's enough, because you never want to do too much to the car, guys, because it might gild the lily or overdo it or ruin it. So what we are going to go through are the nice things, the good stuff. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. So guys, here we are at the front of the Abarth 595. It's a familiar sight because of course we did do a whole review video about it, and if you want to see that, it's in the channel, so just go check it out if you want to see the full in-depth review of my ownership and what it's like to have. So let's get into the mod, shall we? Now obviously the biggest change that you'll probably see is the bonnet scorpion. Now I've really wanted one of these because every time I see a modified Abarth, this has one, and I've always loved them. So if you want to know, this is from the same company that does the hats, key rings and key covers, that being 4R. Now 4R are an exceptional company. I absolutely love them for everything they do. They do merchandise, they do accessories for your car, and they're absolutely top notch. Always great quality, always amazing price, and they always look fantastic. So all you have to do to put this on the car is when you get it, it comes on a little sheet. You get a nice little Abarth logo on the top of it and the scorpion. You just peel off the first part, take off the scorpion, and you do have to separate it from the film. So once you do that, just line it up where you want on the bonnet, stick it on, and you're all good. That's all done. So that is pretty much the scorpion. That's all I need to say. But all you do need to know is that it's pretty much awesome. It's probably the coolest mod that I've done. Well, that being the exhaust as well. But aesthetically, probably is the best, because I mean, look at that, guys. When you step back from the car and take a good look, it looks savage. Absolutely awesome. Really enhances the front of this car. I mean, look at those arches, actually. I've just realised, look how big those arches are. Proper wide body. That also increases the aesthetics of this car. I mean, everything now, from the plate to the white text to the bonnet scorpion, has really increased the aggressiveness of this car. I keep on loving it, guys. I can never not love this car. So let's get on to the next mod we've done. And I just want to say real quickly, sorry for the noise in the background. That is the cars on the motorway. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad either. I've had to do a couple takes of this video because of the wind, but it should be alright now. So, moving on to the front plate. Now, obviously, it's not a stock plate. I used to have a different one, but now it's personalised. And this came off a C63, which is actually quite cool to know. Because, I mean, those are V8 monsters, and this is a little 4-pot monster. So it fits. So, why have I got a private plate? I mean, it's pretty obvious. It looks sick. And it means something, and that's a good tip that I need to tell you guys. If you do buy a private plate, make sure it means something for you and your car. So mine says Y121 Sia, and it has two purposes actually. It makes it look like a 21 plate car, and it says Sia, which is probably the best part about it. If anyone comes up behind you in a really bad car or something that, you know, something that is always up your rear bumper, then all you can do is put it in second gear, put it in sport, blast off. They'll read the plate and they'll hate it, but you'll love it because you've just gapped them in an Abarth with a Sia plate. So it has a lot of purposes really, that being the main one. But yeah, if you want to know how to get it, then all you have to do is go over to the DVLA website, just type in personalised private plates or just private plates on Chrome. Should come up with the DVLA website, and then just type in the plate you want, that being Sia, Gap, Buy, or the name of your car if it's available. Should pop up with all different options with all different prices. Now that is the one thing that can be a problem, the pricing, because you can obviously have, oh sorry for that guys, car going past, but yeah, you can obviously have a really cool plate with a sick meaning, but it might be about $1,000 or more. So that's the only fault or problem when buying a private plate. But this one only cost me 250 quid, so it's not that bad. Well, actually it came off the 63, so it didn't cost me anything at all, but hey, that's what it would have cost, and that's all you need to know. So yeah, all you have to do is buy the plate. I think it's an 80 quid transition fee as well to put it on the car, but if you can just include that in the price, it's only like a 300-ish quid for a private plate. It's pretty awesome, so it's worth it in the end. What's also worth it is this little text down here. Now this was also really easy to do, and it looks sick. Now, on regular stock abarths, you do still get the black abarth lettering, but as I just said, it's black, and you can't really see it. So why not enhance it? Why not get something to make it pop? And that's what I did. All I did was I went down to Halfords, bought a little Tyre-Tex pen, and just coloured them in one by one. Just have a steady artist's hand, go over them one by one, and then should be alright, should be good. And when you're finished, it looks absolutely awesome. You've got to agree, guys. So, as well, all you got to do is just keep on top of it as well, because the rain and the winter and everything like that may deter it a bit. It may chip away at some of the paint, but all you've got to do is just keep on top of it every so often, and you'll be fine, and it'll be good. And with that being said, guys, all those mods to the front bumper and the bonnet make it look absolutely awesome, because it was either that or a carbon bonnet, but I think just a bonnet Scorpion looks sick. So I don't know, that's all I'm going to do to the front for now, guys. I think it looks sick, and I think that's all it needs. So now that we've finished on the front, let's go to the side. So here we are at the side again, guys, of the Abarth, and I did mention this in the overall review of the car, that this car did not come with stripes as standard. Now, some of them won't, but a lot of them do. It just depends which one you find and which one you buy. So it's actually pretty easy to buy stripes for this. There's quite a lot of stripes that you can buy for this car. They're either going to be officially licensed or not. Mine are officially licensed. I bought them off Amazon from a trusted company. I think it might have been 4R again, but I'm not too sure. If it was, then you already know what they do and how they do it, because they do it awesome. They do it so well. And as you can see, the quality of this one is just so sick. So it probably is 4R. But either way, the stripe is absolutely sick. It enhances the side of the car so much, and it just needs it, to be honest, because without the stripe, it's just a bit bland at the side. But don't get me wrong, you've got so much going on that does make up for it. You get the wide arches, you get the sick wheels, the badges, the chrome door handle, and the nice wing mirrors. But I just feel like that stripe completes it. It just makes the whole side of the car so much cooler. So all you have to do for that, guys, is just head on over to Amazon, buy the stripes. They're about 30-40 quid, but it is worth it. So all you've got to do is, when they arrive, it's just similar to the Scorpion, really. All you've got to do is take it off the sheet, line it up, comes in 3 parts, starts there from the fender, this massive main stripe on the door, and then finishes off with those little pieces to the rear fender. So it's quite easy. If you've got the time and the tools, it's a breeze. But if you want to do it just for fun, then yeah, it's a good time. It's a nice little process to do, and when you're finished, as you can see, it's obviously worth it. It's sick. So yeah, that is pretty much the side of the car, because there's not really much to do on the side of a car unless you're doing more stickers and that. But I might be doing wheels soon, guys. I might be getting a pair of gunmetal grey Bowler B1s. I don't know, 600 quid, quite a lot. But I think it will be worth it for this car, because bowlers look sick on any car, especially Abarths. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys. Do you think I should do it? If so, then let me know, and I'll get it done as soon as possible and get a video out for you guys to review it. But for now, let's head to the back of the car, because I would say that's where the biggest main mod is. Alright, here we are at the rear of the car once again. That sun might be a little blinding, so sorry for that, guys, but I'm doing my best considering the conditions. So, what is going on at the back, apart from everything else, like the wing, the diffuser, and all those goodies? Well, the main part that we're going to focus on is the absolute 2 big beasts sitting down here. So this, as I mentioned before, is the Toyo Sports straight pipe. Now, it's an insane system that when I put it on, I was absolutely shocked with the noise it creates. It just absolutely spanks, absolutely decimates the stock exhaust. Now, I do like the stock exhaust. It makes good noises, it's fun, and it still makes this car a proper nice sounding hot hatch. But you just need something a little bit more, you know, something a little bit tastier with a little bit more noise, and that's what I've done. So this, as I said, is Toyo Sports exhaust. You just go to the website, try and find it. Should be under a list, you know, of different filters that you can get to it easier. But when you do, you would just buy it. I think it's 240 quid, which for a performance exhaust made of stainless steel, that's decent. That's a thumbs up in my book. So yeah, once you buy it, just put it on. If you've got the expertise and the know-how to do it, then great, good on you. But if not, a place I would recommend is Savoy Tyres. Savoy Tyres are an excellent company that do everything from exhausts to tyres to MOTs. Anything you need, they'll do it for you at a great price. And they do it well, guys. Believe me, they fitted my exhaust and they did it perfectly. It looks like it came with it from standard. So thanks to them, absolute legends. Shout out to them. But yeah, so this exhaust is absolutely worth it, guys, when you buy it and get it fitted, because it sounds perfect. It sounds amazing. Pops, bangs, rasps, just absolute noise that come from these behemoth of the tailpipes. So that's the exhaust. There's pretty much nothing else on the back of this that I've done to it, because all I really wanted to do was the exhausts. But I might be getting a Maxton spoiler, Maxton like extension for the Abarth. But again, like the wheels, let me know in the comments, guys, what you think I should do for that, because this wing is a beast as it is. As you can see, it's massive, it's awesome. This is a hot hatch wing and what it's meant to be. But it would look really cool with a little extension going up it, if I'm going for the wheels as well, but I don't know. As I said, let me know in the comments, what do you think I should do? It's only 140, which is not too bad, but hey, we'll save that for the future. But for now, I think that is pretty much all the outside / exterior mods that I've done to the car so far. Might be doing some more in the future, but who knows? But obviously, we'll get a video out if anything does happen, because I like to keep you guys informed. So, that's the outside. Let's get into the inside and review the interior mods. All right, everyone, here we are back inside the interior of the Abarth 595, and I've got to say, it is never boring stepping into this beast. So, you already know what this interior is and what it's like. What have I done to it? That's the main part we're in here for. So, let's start with the wheel. Now, every Abarth has this lovely chrome steering wheel with little chrome inserts, and you get lovely black accents here, and just all around the wheel. And then down here would be chrome in this middle part, here, and all the rest of it. You get it. But we wanted to do something a little bit different, wanted to change it up. The Competizione has a lovely wheel, which is what I've kind of based it on and done my carbon accents around. And I'll pop a picture up for you so you can see what that Competizione wheel looks like. And let me show you what we've done. So this is a carbon wrap from Halfords, which is only $17.99, which is pretty good for a good quality carbon wrap. And basically, it's like the sticker or the Scorpion, where it's just a sticker. You take it off, line it up, make sure it's perfect, and then stick it on, and it'll be all good. Let me just get that down for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is pretty easy to do, pretty cheap as well, and it's so worth it. It makes the wheel look sick. And we've also done it down here in this little part here. I've got a shout out to my dad real quick, because he is absolutely awesome at this type of stuff. Proper wizard when it comes to wrapping and cars in general. So shout out to him. If he had a company, I'd be plugging it right now, because he'd deserve it. But what has he done? He has done this little part down here, which, as I said, is absolutely sick and awesome. Looks proper stock. It looks like someone at Abarth has done it, or it looks like it came with it as standard. So again, thanks for that, Dad. You're awesome. Now, this isn't the only part that we've wrapped in carbon. We have also wrapped the gear stick in carbon too, but we'll get to that as well, because I do want to mention the gear stick itself. We have changed it from the original stock shifter, which, as I said in the review, was a bit too bulky, bit too hard to live with. It wasn't that great. Just too big, in my opinion, guys. Just too big. So we had to downshift a little bit. We had to go for a little bit of a smaller shifter in order to make it more practical. So we went for this silver, like Competizione looking wheel and shifter, because I really wanted that aesthetic from the comp to go into this car. So this is a nice little sporty looking gear shifter. It's nothing in particular. I can't remember what brand it is. I think it's Richmond's. I can't remember where that's sold at. but it's a lovely looking shifter regardless. I absolutely love it. It's lightweight and it's really easy to put into any gear. So that's what I love about it. It's more practical than the stock shifter. Now, as I said, we did wrap the bottom part in carbon because I think that looks really nice. It just matches the gear gaiter as well and just looks really sick. So I absolutely love that. And that was easy too, because this was there when you take off the original shifter, so there'll just be a big silver piece sticking out. So you just want to wrap that in anything you want, really. Makes it look a lot nicer. So yeah, that is the shifter. Overall, it's improved the aesthetics and the practicality, and who doesn't like that? It's lovely. So that is pretty much the wheel and the shifter. We have done other things as well, so let's have a look. We've got our cheeky little Lego Scorpion up here. Pretty much you can just buy this from any Lego set, I'm pretty sure. I found this in a bucket, and yeah, I just stuck it on with a bit of blue tack, and there you go. There he is. He's sat on top of the turbo bar. I always get to see him when I'm driving, and I love it. He's great. He sits there all the time, and he's a proper little mascot for this car. But we do have another mascot too. We have Little Joe. Little Joe's an absolute boss man. He always sits in this car. He's always there, smelling great, making the whole car smell great. He's sick. Bought him from Halfords as well. I didn't even mean to buy him, but I got him along with the carbon. So, that was a great buy, and now he sits there. He's awesome. Love him. Now, there is one more thing that I do want to show you guys. And it sits in the boot. So let's get to it. So here we are, guys. We're in the boot of the Abarth, and we have a nice little seat delete kit installed in the back now. Well, kind of. It's a seat delete kit with the seats, because obviously I use this car a lot, nearly every day, so I need the 4 seats, but a lot of the time I do have the seats down. So I thought, why not turn the back of it into a nice little race style looking car? And that's what I did. We bought a race net, and my dad made me a custom carbon fibre strut brace, which looks fantastic, and we haven't even had to cut any holes in the back of the car. Usually the parcel shelf would sit along here, but we've taken it out and we've put the carbon strut brace in place for where the parcel shelf would usually be. So that sits on there really nicely in place, and it's really sturdy. So yeah, it's just a nice alternative way of having a seat delete without actually deleting the seats. And I think this looks sick, guys. What do you think? Because honestly, I think this looks 10 out of 10. Now, the race net is attached to the strut brace, which is then attached with hooks that are on the floor. So overall, it's sturdy, it fits in place, and it looks savage. You've got to agree, guys, this looks awesome. And I've also put my seatbelt cover on here as well. Nice little touch, why not? You can see this out the back window and everything. So yeah, it's a sick little kit. It was done in around an hour or two. If you've got the tools already, then you could probably decrease that time a little bit, but we had to pop out and get some stuff, obviously the netting and all that. So yeah, it was a pretty awesome decision to do, and it was so worth it because it looks sick and it's a proper little race kit now. Talking of race items, we're going to move up here to the OMP boot strap. Now, this isn't actually supposed to be a boot strap. This was supposed to go on the front of a car. It's supposed to be one of those little race toe straps that are meant to go on the front bumper, but sadly it didn't fit mine. The bolt was too big, and we just had complications trying to get it in. So overall, we decided to use it in the boot, and I think it actually looks better in the boot than it would have done on the front. So it was a win-win situation. Now, this was really cheap. It was only $5.99, and for an official OMP product, that's pretty great. And it looks sick too. Usually, Saybell or anything like that would be rocking in the back of Abarths or in Abarths in general. But I thought, why not change it up and go for a bit of OMP? Because who doesn't like a bit of OMP, you know what I'm saying? So, that was really easy to install. All we did was just get a washer, attach it to the bolt that usually comes in here, and yeah, we just took out the original one, swapped it for this, secured it in place, bing bang bosh, there you go. There is the OMP boot strap, and it does work, guys. Let me just show you real quick. It does actually work in pulling the boot down, so you don't lose any practicality from it at all, and you gain aesthetics. So overall, sick mod, love it, cheap to do, and awesome. Now, talking of awesome, let's get to the engine bay where the rest of the mods are, because obviously that's where the heart of this monster is. So let's see what we've done to upgrade it. Alright guys, here we are in the engine bay of this absolute savage monster car. So, as we know, there's a 1.4 litre turbocharged engine in here, but we've done some stuff to upgrade it. So what have we done? We've done a pop-off filter mod, we've done a K&N filter, and a stage 2. So obviously I can't really show you a stage 2 and how I did it, because that's where the professionals come in. So I can show you the little other things that we have done. So, the pop-off filter was an easy, nice, cheap mod that makes the car go whoosh every time you accelerate and let off. So it's a nice little noise to include with the bangs and rumbles and craziness of the Toyo Sports at the back. Overall makes it a nice, awesome combo. So it's just a filter from Halfords that I got with a little cap. I screwed that on there and we replaced the original tube that usually sits here. So that's all good. All you've got to do is just make sure everything's secure in place. Pop this on, put that on. I think there's a nut underneath there or some kind of security, making sure that it sits tight and doesn't wobble or anything like that. So yeah, all you got to do is just make sure they're both secure and it's all good. Nothing else is needed. It's just placing down some stuff, snapping stuff on and making sure it's all good on there. And then in the end, you get a nice little noise every time you accelerate, which I absolutely love. Adds to the character of this car. So if you do want to increase that noise as well, you can swap out the original filter for a K&N filter, which obviously, as you can see, I have done because I've got the stickers to prove it. So all you've got to do is take off the engine cover, take out the original filter, slap in the K&N, and all good to go. Increases your induction noise and makes you laugh and smile for a little bit longer. Though, if you don't have the pop-off filter, the K&N is a nice little induction increase as it is, because even when I didn't have the pop-off filter mod, it was still making great little noises. So, all in all, pretty awesome, cheap little mods to do. Now this car is running approximately or around about 200 horsepower from just those little things. A stage 2, a filter and a pop-off filter have taken this car to outer space. But it's just enough to make sure that it doesn't blow up the engine, because you don't want to do too much, guys, because otherwise it might ruin the car and it may break it. So that is pretty much all I've done to the engine bay. I'll meet you guys back in the car. So guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. That is all the mods I've done to this absolute beast of a car. Now, as I said in the start, you don't want to do too much because otherwise it might ruin the car, gild the lily, anything like that. So try not to do too much to the cars that you have, because, you know, too much is just too much. But the little things you can do always improve the car, like the little Scorpion, the exhaust at the back, you know, stuff like that to make your car 10 times better without ruining it. Now, the deals you can get on these cars, you just have to find them. Go on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Gumtree, and just find these bargains. I mean, the exhaust, I got that for 75 quid, where it would have been 250. I just went there, old out your hand, gave me the exhaust, got a cracking deal, put it on, and there you go. 250 quid exhaust for 75 quid. That's all you got to do, guys. You just got to look for these things, and then when you find them, get them immediately, because that's the best thing to do. You just got to box clever, guys. That's all you need to do. So, as I said during the middle of the video, I'm thinking of getting bowlers, stuff like that, the wing. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think I should do to this car next. And in the future, I'm hoping to do a POV drive, because now, as you can see, we've got a new angle for the camera, so that means new possibilities for a video. So we might be doing a POV drive of the car, so I can show you everything of how it drives, how it handles, you know, all that good stuff, all that stuff you want to know about this car. So just look out for that in the future, guys. If you do want to see that right away when it comes out, hit that bell. That is much appreciated, and then you'll get all notifications for any future videos I post. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and not sure what's coming next. It'll be a surprise, really. Just depends what I fancy doing. Depends what you guys fancy seeing. So if you do want to see anything particular, just put it down in the comments below. I'll read it, and hopefully I'll get back to you on it. So I'll see you guys soon. Hope you guys had a great time watching this video. I had a great time making it. and I'll see you in the future. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys later.